The new head coach at the University of Cincinnati is a proven winner. He's been the coach of the year in 2 previous conferences. He is 4-1 in bowl games. We welcome Coach Satterfield to the University of Cincinnati. Coach, why did this job appeal to you?
Well, I had been, looking from afar at this job, even back several years ago, and had great interest. And ever since then, I've kind of followed him. And there's a lot of wins here. And I know it's a championship caliber program that has great leadership at the helm, and that's something I want to be a part of. Going into a new conference, the Big 12 conference, that's going to be very challenging, but it's going to be awesome. And hopefully we're going to bring some great teams in here. We're going to get some big wins, and I think it's going to be fun for everybody in this city. So I'm looking forward to it.
That move to the Big 12 happens on July 1st. More revenue, greater exposure, but tougher competition. I'm sure you wouldn't have taken this job if you didn't think Cincinnati could compete in the Big 12. What's the formula for success in a Power 5 conference?
You certainly have to recruit at a high level. There's no question about it. Now, with all the new rules that are going on, it does make it easier. I do think it's easier to bring in some top talent throughout the country. You have to be physical. There's a lot of big guys at the Power 5 level that we're playing. There's a lot of speed. You have to have great quarterback play. You have to score points. But I do think great defense is a great formula to win. I just looked in this year. Kansas State just won. It's a blue-collar team that gets after it, and that's what we're going to be. So I do think certainly we can compete, and we're excited about the challenge that is ahead of us. So we're going to need a lot of support. We're going to continue to pack out our stadium, and we have some great fans here that will support us and help us to bring home a lot of victories.
I'm sure as soon as you mentioned recruiting, people's ears perked up because that's such an important part of this job. When Cincinnati has had great teams, local and regional recruiting has been a key to their success. How big of a priority is that for you, and do you plan to have coaches with Ohio ties on your staff?
Yes, I think this state is one of the best states in the country for talent, and we certainly have to put our roots right here. We don't have to go very far to find some great players, tough-minded players that are physical, that are coached well. It's some of the best high school coaches in the country right here in this state, right in our backyard. And so we're going to attack this area right here for sure, and then we're going to go out and we're going to find talent throughout the country. I think now more than ever, you don't have to just you get all your players from a 3 or 4 hour radius. We're a tight-knit group now throughout the country. I mean, it's just one plane right away, and they're here. So we're going to try to get some of the best talent, but we certainly want to stay at home. And to answer your question, yes, we're going to have coaches that have ties to the area. Those relationships are vital, and in being able to get players to come and want to join us here. And I'm excited about it. I can't wait to start digging into our staff and bringing aboard the type of people that everybody can be proud of.
What's your first order of business with the current players?
Yeah, the first order of business is really just to introduce myself to them. Expectations, right now, bowl prep is going on. In this unique circumstance with the team I just came from, the team that I'm here with now, I'm going to remove myself from anything when it's starting bowl. So what my focus right now is to build a staff out and recruit. I mean, that's all we're going to be doing for the next 3 weeks is recruiting while we can before the dead period. And then when we get back in January, I hope we're going to add a bunch to this roster here that can help us win championships.
The transfer portal opens today. What do you say to players that are considering their options?
Yeah, I mean, come join a championship caliber program that's going to be headed into the Big 12, and there's going to be a lot of exciting times here. There's a lot of great opportunity for those student athletes. They're going to be surrounded by a staff that's going to pour into them and love on them and hold them accountable, but it's going to be a great environment for them. And they're coming into a place that's used to winning, a place that expects to win. And I think that's what they want. I think that's what players want. They want to be a part of that. And we're going to get them here and show them that, and hopefully they'll want to join this.
You are known for having innovative offenses. For people who haven't watched your teams at Louisville or before that Appalachian State, what's it look like?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we're going to spread some people out. We're going to be able to run. We're going to be able to throw. We're going to get the ball in the hands of the playmakers. At the same time, we got to have those 5 guys up front that are going to be nasty and get after it. So we want to have a physical brand of football. We're one of a few teams that average over 200 yards rushing and 200 yards passing. So we do want to be balanced in that regard. But more than anything, a physical brand of football that's exciting. That it will score a lot of points. And I think certainly in the Big 12 you have to score points.
When John Cunningham was asked last week what he was looking for in the next head coach, one of the things he mentioned was an understanding of NIL, and someone described you as being ahead of the curve in that aspect when you were at Louisville. How important is that in the current landscape of college football?
Yeah, I mean, when we were at Louisville, we embraced it. I think it's something that's been overdue. These student athletes, pour a lot into these programs, and they're household names. And so if they can, garner some money off of their name, why we've not been doing that. So we've kind of been on the forefront of that. Hopefully we're going to continue to do that here at Cincinnati and to be able to bring more of that in here. But that takes involvement. It takes involvement of the community. You have to have, the businesses and the industry here that want to pour into these guys, and it helps. You're certainly going to be able to get some top-notch players to come in here from throughout the country, as well as the ones on our current roster. And I think that's a great way to build it out. All the while knowing that we're playing for the Cincinnati Bearcats. It's not once all that's done, we're a team, and we're playing for each other. I do think the more success you have as a team, there's going to be more opportunity for the individuals.
You went through this process 4 years ago at Louisville and had a really successful first season. What did you learn about hitting the ground running?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop. As soon as we get a ground running today, we're starting recruiting right now. We're going to, like, again, hands off with the bowl prep. All we're doing is recruiting, building out a staff. You have to do that. And you have to you get guys that are all going to be aligned. We're all pulling in the same direction. I mentioned to the team today that we'll pour into them and lift them up. We're in a world full of negativity, but we want to be positive with them. And I think they appreciate that. And so I can't wait till January when they get back and we can start working with them in the off-season program, putting in offense, defense, and those type things. It's going to be a fun time. Can't wait to get started.
You've only been about an hour and a half away, but I know you haven't spent a ton of time in Cincinnati. Is there anything about this city you're looking forward to learning about?
Everything. It's awesome. When you come down, I don't even know what the highway that is, and you turn the curve and you look and you see the city and the bright lights. It's awesome. And I can't wait to experience this city. Restaurants and the nightlife and then the Bengals are right here, the Reds are right here. It's awesome to be in a pro town. I've never been in a pro town, so we're going to embrace it and enjoy it. My wife and my kids. So we're excited about it. I can't wait to explore the city.
You'll love it. Congratulations on being the new head coach at UC.
I really appreciate it. Can't wait to get going.
That's Coach Satterfield.